Be quiet. Say hello, Leon.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hey, Vicky.
How are you? Hello. Hello, Facebook family.
Hello, family. My voice sounds a little bit deeper. It's not that my testosterone level is up.
Is that what it is?
It could be a sign, but I think most is because I have a slight cold. So.
All right. I get it. Hello, Facebook family. This is your girl, Vicky R. Williams Cullens of OPN-Door Communications. And we are having the first coffee and conversation of the year with my classmate and friend, Leon Sankofa. Now, I am the mediator that you need. I am the conflict coach that you want. But let's start talking about the conversation that we're going to have with Leon Sankofa today. So, Leon, first of all, I'm going to give him a little background about you. Then we're going to dive right into everything, okay? All right, Leon Sankofa is from Hampton. He is a Hampton High graduate, Gold Crabbers, Norfolk State graduate.
Norfolk State graduate.
Come on, Spartans, right? Behold,
Green and gold.
the green and gold. And you have your undergraduate degree from Norfolk State.
Yeah.
Do you have a master's as well?
Master's degree in social work.
From
VCU.
From VCU?
Commonwealth University.
Okay. And you are the current owner of...
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I've completed all but my dissertation in the doctorate of clinical sexology.
Oh, clinical sexology.
Yes, ma'am.
Woo! We might have to do another coffee conversation on that.
Focusing on the impact of sexual traumas.
Oh, now that's really important because, especially in light of what's going on in the Me Too era, people are uncovering sexual traumas that affected them. Perhaps they may have forgot about it, maybe they didn't. There's a lot of parameters that go along with that. Would you see?
Yeah, let's just chat about that a little later.
Absolutely. So your master's is from VCU
in social work.
In social work. You are working on your doctorate just shy of the dissertation?
Yeah, I'm working on a dissertation now.
Okay. Now you also own Family Foundations?
Family and Youth Foundations.
Family and Youth Foundations, and any other entities that you are current owner of?
Parallel Behavioral Services, which is our outpatient therapy.
Okay.
Our nonprofit organization is the National Call Dad, which is a program that's designed to re-engage the non-involved fathers back into the child's life.
And that is really critical. As someone who is a mediator and I work with families as well as my co-parenting classes, there are a lot of games that a whole lot of folks play, and one of the major games that actually harms your children is keeping the father away from the children. So to have an opportunity to re-engage the fathers and the children, that's really critical.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, let's talk about hypnotherapy. So, Leon, what is it?
Hypnotherapy.
And I'm listening. I gotta go get my coffee.
Okay.
Y'all keep talking to Leon. I'll be right back.
That's Vicky.
Go ahead.
Hypnotherapy is, or hypnosis, is the art of using hypnosis the way it's supposed to be used in a therapeutic manner to resolve fears, phobias, weight loss, stop smoking, depression, ADHD. I've even seen people use hypnosis to do C-sections in pregnancy.
Oh, wow. So, hypnosis. We've heard about it. You know, one of the people I think of instantly was the gentleman who used to, I can't think of it anyway, but we always thinking about hypnosis as some type of black magic, some type of secretive type of thing, but it's not really. So kind of go through what exactly would happen to someone if they were going to go under hypnosis, the first step.
First of all, hypnosis is at the seat of all therapy. Sigmund Freud tried it.
Okay.
He wasn't successful at the techniques. It seems to be that Milton Erickson was the one who really kind of pushed the envelope on hypnosis.
Okay. So I've been under hypnosis as I shared with you, my brother, he studied, he did self-study, and he also went to an institute in California to gain more guidance and to do more study regarding hypnosis. It was about, a lot of it dealt with repetition and about what I wanted to happen. So is that pretty much the general gist of it in the beginning?
Well, hypnosis as, well, first of all, there's your conscious mind or your conscious brain and the unconscious part of your brain. And the conscious part of your brain is that awaking part of you right now while you're looking at me, you're focusing on me, and your conscious mind is really kind of limited to the information. Because you have to filter out all the things that are around you. Like right now, I can bring it to your awareness. There are multiple colors around you. There are lights, there's sounds. Your body's feeling the heat and coolness of the room. The vibration of my voice is actually penetrating and touching your body. Even the vibration of my heart is running. It goes within 8 feet around.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay.
So your brain experiences all of this, but your subconscious experiences it, but your conscious brain has to filter it out in order for you to focus on this conversation that you're having with me. It has to.
That's a lot going on.
So,
That's a lot going on. So, in its simplistic, in its simplest terms, if I came to you and I wanted to stop smoking cigarettes, excuse me, I mean, literally take me through 1, 2, 3. Now, I know it's not exactly hypnotic therapy, but I want the audience to kind of get a general gist of what you're doing.
okay, well, let me tell you a little bit more about it. You see, your conscious brain filters out information. Well, most people, first of all, I've been in business with Family Youth Foundation since 2001.
Right.
When people come in for service, they know what the problem is. A smoker knows he has a problem with smoking. Why don't he just quit?
Right.
A drinker knows he's drinking. Why don't he just drink?
Right.
Someone who's in a bad relationship comes in and says, I don't have marital problems. Why don't they just stop? If you know what the problem is, and if stopping is the solution, why don't they just stop?
Because they're compelled to not stop.
Right. So and what happens is when your subconscious mind and your conscious mind is in agreement,
Okay.
that's when you can get that change.
So what you're attempting to do, or what the goal is with hypnosis, is to get your unconscious mind to meet with your conscious mind.
Your subconscious mind to meet with your conscious mind.
Subconscious mind.
Right.
To meet with your conscious mind.
So you come in here consciously and say, Leon, I want to stop smoking.
Right.
Then I would say, well, Vicky, why didn't you just stop? What compels you to pick the cigarette up if you know it's killing you? It may have killed people that you know, and
Right.
unhealthy for you, and all these other factors. What compels you to keep going?
Because I'm addicted.
Right. So there you go. So habits are formed in the long-term memory, whereas your subconscious is.
Oh.
It's kind of like your brain is your subconscious brain is kind of like it's like a computer.
Okay.
Once you put that information in your subconscious mind, it's going to do it. It's going to respond to how you ask it to respond.
Got you.
But if you're consciously saying I want to quit smoking,
but your subconscious is not in agreement to your conscious.
it has right. Your subconscious mind is just kind of a doer. I'm programmed to do it. For example, if I talked about a lemon to you, your body and your mouth would do some things to prepare you for the lemon.
Right.
The subconscious is not aware of, can't tell the difference between present and past.
Okay.
Its subconscious mind can't tell the difference of real or unreal.
Okay.
So if we talked about a lemon and your mouth got watery, there's no lemon around. Why would your mouth get watery? Right? Why?
Pavlov's dogs, right?
Maybe. If you saw a movie and you jumped, you know the movie's not real. Why would you jump? Because you got into a trance watching that movie, and your subconscious mind does not know the difference between reality and non-reality.
Okay. So, what prompted you? So, ladies and gentlemen, we talked a little bit about hypnosis and the subconscious mind and the conscious mind and how you can change these habits. Now, I believe that you could engage in self-hypnosis, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing and what we're talking about today, and then we'll also talk about the event that you have upcoming on Valentine's
Right.
Day. But in a therapeutic sense, for mental, emotional, physical barriers, challenges, issues, however you want to call it, that stop you from meeting and reaching your personal and professional goals.
So what I do is I get you to relax your conscious mind. I get you to get out of thinking and processing. Just want you to just totally relax.
Okay.
And there's a technique we use
Sure.
to get you into a state of relaxation. Once we get you into a state of relaxation, we get you so relaxed that you're not functioning from your conscious mind. You're now functioning from your subconscious mind.
Gotcha.
Give you another example. You know how when you're riding in your car at night,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little late, a little beat down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
the radio's playing, you're a little relaxed. All of a sudden, you driven 5 miles past your exit, you don't know how it happened. But you got there safely.
Interesting.
And why is it that you can still ride a bicycle when you haven't ridden a bicycle in years? Or swim when you haven't been able to swim? Your subconscious mind records that memory, which records those habits. So if you smoke and there's a pleasure driven by it,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a pleasure or not, your subconscious mind says, it's after meal time. That's what we do. It's like a robot.
Absolutely.
So then it gives you something. It gives you a thought, and then from that thought, your conscious brain gives you these physiological changes, and these physiological changes make you think, oh, I'm craving. My mouth is watery, so I'm craving a drink.
Right.
My throat is dry, or whatever it is that happens for a smoker, I'm craving a smoke. But the only thing that happened was your subconscious mind said, this is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
The thought came into your conscious. Once the thought came into your conscious mind, your body started making the adaptations in preparation for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get dirty with you for a minute,
Go
Vicky,
ahead.
because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Why is it every time people go to the bathroom and jump in the shower, they have to use the bathroom?
Because it's a habit.
Your subconscious mind reads the data,
Mm-hmm.
receives information.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you got a lot of information coming at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Receives the information.
Mm-hmm.
Your conscious mind gets a thought,
Mm-hmm.
and your body prepares you for it.
So there's something you said earlier. Your subconscious is like a computer.
Absolutely.
Information is entered into it.
Mm-hmm.
Information remains in it.
Right.
Because as we all know, you can't erase anything off a computer, even though y'all folks be out there deleting stuff. And it ain't. It's somewhere in that. Somewhere in that brain. Somewhere somebody can find it. A forensic
It's
science.
like social media. Once you put it in there, it's in there.
So that's your subconscious.
Right.
Then your conscious the computer folds into your conscious, because your conscious is what's telling it to do.
Right.
And then you actually end up doing what you either want, desire, compelled, addicted, whatever the case may be.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
Same thing with depression.
Oh.
With depression, Vicky, it's the same thing. Our brain, we train our brain. Our brain thinks in terms of blocks or blocking. If you think for a second, for example, your telephone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You remember quickly and faster through blocking, right?
Right.
Your social security numbers, you remember them well through blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents' phone number, you remember them today because guess what?
Blocking.
Right, that your brain understands the blocking patterns.
And I still remember my parents' phone number right now.
So with depression, I still remember my grandmother's phone number, CH71492.
Not CH.
They were numbers back then.
That was back in the day.
That was back in the day.
Gotcha.
But what they notice about people who experience depression is they block with that trajectory.
Oh.
Last year, this happened to me. This time, this happened to me. And then guess what your buddy did to me now?
Wow.
But what they notice about someone who doesn't experience depression is they block to the positive. Vicky, remember we was out there in Hampton High, saw them games?
Yeah.
We were winning. The crowd was just winning.
Absolutely.
Remember the other day when was the last time I saw you, da 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 da?
Right.
Then you're blocking to the positive. So what happens is you have to make a decision. See, what is believed, Vicky, is if it's not a chemical depression,
right,
and even if it is a chemical depression, you can choose the path You choose your path to happiness. Your brain, for example, your brain has been around for millions of years. It is designed for survival.
Okay.
If you want happiness, you have to go get happiness. Remember, the computer, the subconscious, is only going to respond to what you give it.
Right.
So if you're in a house, you're in a funk, you're laying up in the bed, and you're depressed. Guess what your brain is going to say to your body, and your body's going to say to your brain.
You're depressed.
Another example: if you're slouched over and you're closed in, and your body's and you're depressed, the body signals to the brain. Guess what?
I'm depressed.
I'm depressed. Therefore, the brain and the thought continues to feed that loop.
So the computer is you're only inputting into the computer, and the computer keeps everything there.
That's what I want you to understand. So with hypnosis and hypnotherapy, when you come into my office, or someone who provides hypnosis,
right,
they get you relaxed, and they go directly to your subconscious.
Because we want to enter information into your subconscious that would help with your conscious, so that you can make the changes that are already inside.
Think about it. Right. You're riding a bicycle,
right,
because that information is on a loop. If you drove out here, which I know you did, the same way you did the first time you drove a car, remember how you used to swerve all the way out in the middle of the road?
Right.
You do it with such expertise now. You're able to watch the red sign, the stoplight, the red light, the lights turning green, the people walking in front of you, the car. You're able to navigate and engage through all that and still drive down the street and manage the speed limit.
Gotcha.
Because that information is in your subconscious. You really don't have it's such a great idea to have a subconscious, because once memory is in there, it does a lot of good things for us. It makes life easy. This is why a 4-year-old kid can do all this on a computer, and you're amazed by it. It's in the long-term memory. They can't explain to you what they did. But you say, go on my computer and do my phone, and they can do it. So what I'm saying to you in terms of dealing with the hypnosis and subconscious, we go to the subconscious, especially if I know your language. Meaning, if you said that it hurts me every time I have to smoke and my husband looks at me with disdain.
Okay.
So under hypnosis, I'm going to use your vocabulary, because I know that vocabulary is more meaningful to you. And when I talk to you about smoking while you're in the relaxed state, I'm talking to your subconscious, and I can train you in such a way that your subconscious is talking to me, and you're fully aware of it. Your conscious brain is fully aware that I'm not saying this. This is my subconscious talking.
So let me ask you this. So we're talking about using hypnosis, and now we move to hypnotherapy. And, of course, if it's a chemical imbalance, it's a little different, but you're still working with the conscious and the subconscious. Now, let me ask you this. Can you hypnotize someone to do something that their moral compass would not normally allow them to do? Like, can you hypnotize me to jump out of that window?
No, you have to want to do it.
And I think that's really important to say that, because and the reason why I asked that question, Facebook family, is because people don't have a comprehensive understanding about hypnosis. They think that you can hypnotize me to do anything, but if that's not who you are, if that's not within you, someone cannot make you do something that's outside.
I'll give you 2 good examples.
Is that not right?
That's right.
Okay.
I'll give you 2 examples. Early on, I was being hypnotized, and the guy, first of all, 15 minutes of hypnosis is equal to 2 hours of sleep. It is the best level of relaxation that you want. So here I am, and you've experienced it. So here I am, I'm hypnotized, I'm feeling good, Vicky. And the guy asked me a question, but I didn't want to talk, because that meant that was energy, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to answer that. He said, why? I said this. I said, I don't want to. That's how I was talking. I don't want to.
Right.
Another example was, we were doing a show, me and Derek Watkins, my hypnosis partner. We were doing a show in Danville, Virginia. And Derek has a technique where he does, you're getting hot, you're getting cold. But what he does different is, he does this technique where he says, you cannot breathe, it's so cold, and that the oxygen is in your shoe. And so what they do is they throw the shoes off. It's a comedy show. It's funny, right?
Right.
So they throw the shoes off, and all of a sudden they got the shoe, and they're breathing in the shoe. It's funny.
Right.
So here I am, trying to use Derek's technique. And what I say is, it's so cold. The oxygen is in your shoe. Your oxygen mask is in your shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Put your shoe in your mouth. And they just sit there like this. I said, put your shoe in your mouth. And I did not know till after the show, till someone said, hey, you told those people to put the shoe in the mouth. I said, well, that's why it didn't work.
Ain't nobody gonna put this shoe
Because
in.
it didn't make sense. It didn't fit with their personality.
Right.
It didn't make logical sense. And they just sat there. I said 3 times, and then I just moved on because I said, well, this doesn't work for me.
Right. And everything's not gonna work for you.
Everything's not going to work.
And if it's not who you are, what's deep in your subconscious, you're not going to do it.
So what happens is, under hypnosis, I get you to relax.
Mhm.
I speak to your subconscious. So ideally what happens is, I put in sometimes negative or positive things.
Mhm.
So let's say if it's negative, I may tell you every time you see a cigarette, you become so disdain to smell and taste of it that you just whatever it is I say.
Right.
And then I replace that with something positive.
Okay.
The fact that you said no to a cigarette makes you feel so good. The fresh smell of flowers is always on your mind. And we do something called an anchor.
Okay.
And an anchor in hypnosis is something to remind you when you're not under hypnosis. It's like a positive affirmation to remind you of that thought. So for example, if I say, Vicky, every time you see the color red from this point on, it's going to remind you of those wonderful flowery roses and how powerful you are because you now have taken control over your life.
Got you.
And what I'm really saying is you've taken control over your subconscious.
Ah. So, before I get to how people can reach out to you and find out more about this and see if some of the challenges that they're encumbering, that you can help them. Let's talk about your upcoming show.
Well, my upcoming show is February the 14th.
Valentine's Day.
I think you all should come out and have a funny Valentine's Day. It's on a Thursday. It's going to give you a great opportunity to spend a Thursday with me and my partner Derek, and we're going to do a funny Valentine's Day. We're going to have live jazz.
Okay.
We're going to have a comedian.
Okay.
And then you're going to experience comedy hypnosis. Now, our comedy hypnosis show is it's experiential, which means it involves the audience.
Oh, that's always fun.
Volunteers only. We can't make you come, and we don't want you on the stage if you don't want to. If you don't want to have a good time,
Gotcha.
You don't want to honestly try it.
Right.
But at the end, as a therapist, it is my hope to enlighten people on the value of it. So what we do is we do something called a great affirmations.
Okay.
So in the end, all the people who came on the stage who are under hypnosis, now that they know the value of it and they're experiencing it, we put the good stuff in. For example, we tell them from this point on, whatever fears you ever had, they will no longer block you. If you're smoking, you will stop smoking. If it's drinking, or if you want to be motivated to be more successful in your life, we put those positive affirmations in. But I want to say this to you real quick because there's so much about this. There's sports hypnosis. I have colleagues who are down in Florida.
Okay.
Who's actually contracting with Virginia Tech.
Oh, nice.
There's a baseball team, I believe it's the Red Sox. Don't quote me on this because I know some of my peers who do hypnosis are listening in.
Okay.
I believe it's the Red Sox or White Sox, but I do know it's a professional baseball team.
Okay.
And there was a time, I believe, and don't quote me on this either, I believe it was the Germans who came down to the Olympics with these hypnotists, right? And I believe it was the America or some other country tried to rule them out, saying they had an unfair advantage.
Oh.
Think about it. Every year, somebody breaks the speed limit with that running stuff.
Right.
How do you do it?
You think it's hypnosis?
It's all in the mind. If I think it's impossible to do it, I'm not going to try it. But if I'm standing beside you every day and you ran that hurdle, and I see that you're just as human as me, and I get close to that same hurdle, I may break it.
So basically, what you're almost doing, I would think, and this is from a simplistic point of view, is you're serving as a conduit.
Yeah.
To help me do what I already have the innate ability to do. I just haven't been able to connect it.
You have to know, in order to discover your full potential. Right. You have to know who you are, who you are potentially.
Exactly.
We have in this physical form placed upon ourselves so many limitations.
Sure.
I'm ugly, I'm brown, I'm short.
Right.
Even if I'm not, I might be tall and handsome, but if the wrong people around me give me this negative information about myself, guess what the information does?
It becomes it ends up going into your subconscious and it stays there.
Likewise, if your children are watching TV late at night and they're sleeping to the TV, your subconscious does not sleep. So guess what information is getting into them?
All the information they're listening to on television.
And Facebook, if you turn over at night because the TV is on, what is really happening is something was said on that television that caught your attention, your subconscious attention, and it made you turn over.
And also, that's what's really important, that you have to take some time away from all this social media because it's bombarding you and it's infecting almost your subconscious.
Because your subconscious never sleeps.
It never sleeps.
So you have to give it a rest.
Ah.
You ever been asleep at night and your husband came over to you and said, "Vicky, are you asleep?"
Yeah.
And you responded.
Right.
But you were dead asleep.
I was, but I also talk in my sleep, so I'm kind of crazy. But we'll let that go. When my husband and I first started dating, and I was having conversations with him.
But generally speaking,
when
if you're asleep and someone says, "Are you asleep?" and you answer,
you say no.
Most people answer.
Right.
Why is that? You were dead asleep.
Dead sleep.
Because the subconscious never sleeps and it responds. And guess what? That's how hypnosis is.
Oh.
You are going to respond.
Oh, now this comedy hypnosis show that you're having.
Yes.
On Thursday, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Where is it going to be at?
It's going to be at Roger Brown's.
At Roger Brown's. We are in Portsmouth today, and you know where Roger Brown's is. What street is it on?
High Street.
High Street. And what time is the show?
Show begins at 7:30 with the music. Gina Payne, the violinist, will be there.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She's wonderful. And then great food is there.
Yeah.
And then zaniness. So if you want to start your Valentine's weekend off, you might want to start it off with a great laugh.
Oh, that's a great way to start it off. What time?
Well, they're open all the time, but
what time will you be off?
Well, I'll probably come on about 8.
About 8 o'clock?
Yes.
And is there a fee?
It's $15 in advance, $20 at the door.
And how can they get the $15 tickets?
They can call me or go to Eventbrite.
All right, give them your number.
My number is 757-380-0385. That's our office.
Okay, so we've got a couple of opportunities available for you, Facebook family. You can go ahead and, for a minimum cost, you can experience hypnosis in a funny venue. Go to Roger Brown's on Valentine's Day. Stop in around 7-ish. Listen to the wonderful jazz. And Leon and his collaborator, Derek, will be on around 8 o'clock. And that'll give you a fun experience about hypnosis. Now, if you also want to know more about how Leon can hypnotize you for you to address some of your mental challenges, some of your physical challenges, like if you want to lose weight, you want to quit smoking, if you've got a funky little drug habit, if you've got a funky little gambling habit, if you're cheating on your wife, can they help him with that?
Absolutely. What about fear of bridges and tunnels?
Fear of bridges and tunnels.
I can cure that in one session.
What about fear of dogs? Can't have no fear of dogs because I got the best dog in the world, Sugarfoot. But I digress. If that's what you want to do, and the reason why we had this evening is because I wanted to dispel some of the myths about hypnosis. I wanted to dispel some of your uncomfortability about hypnosis. I wanted to reiterate if I could, that this is a drug-free method.
That's right.
This is something that's within you, that Leon is a board-certified hypnotherapist. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And how many years of therapy do you have?
Well, I've been doing therapy since 2001, since 96, but I've been doing hypnosis for Actually, longer than that because I didn't know what it was.
See, until
I
you
didn't know
got
what it
trained.
was. I was doing empty chair, all those wonderful techniques, the most powerful techniques I had in my toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got trained for hypnosis, I said, I've been doing some of this the whole time.
The whole
But the
time.
key to it is many of those things I can resolve in 2 to 3 sessions.
And see, that's really important. And I want to really reiterate that this is drug free, okay? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of pains that we are going through, emotionally, mentally, physically, sometimes encumbers us when we're taking pills, all kinds of that, this, that, and the third, or you're in long relationships with your therapist. You might be able to mitigate some of these challenges, being able to overcome some of your physical issues, your mental, your emotional issues within 2 to 3 to 4 sessions. And that could really save you a lot of money and a lot of time. So I also want you to be unafraid of something that you may not have experienced before. Hypnosis has been around for centuries.
That's right.
Okay?
And there is nothing in your Bible, contrary to what I've been hearing.
Thank you so
There's
much.
nothing in your Bible that tells you that hypnosis is something of some type of spiritual,
some type of evil.
Nothing.
Hypnosis is not witchcraft, okay? It's not the devil's work. It's none of that. It is a conduit. He is going to help you do what you already have within you to do, but he's going to help soothe, relax you so that you will be provided with the tools to meet. Is that correct?
That's correct. I will guide you to your destination. I have a technique, Vicki, that I've been taught, and I've been fortunate to be around some very powerful people in this business. Rich Guzzi has really just set me straight. But I've been fortunate enough to learn a technique that I don't even have to know what your issue is.
Oh, okay.
I can set you down in a chair, and within 30 minutes, I've been able to relieve some people their stress, fears, and traumas, and don't know about it until they come about it.
And that's a really powerful technique.
Absolutely.
A lot of us out here, all of us, no matter your experiences, no matter your background, we all have some challenges, some traumas that we might need some guidance to get through and get over. Most definitely, I hope that you encourage people who are addicted
That's right.
to opiates, alcohol, cocaine, something of that nature, that they experience the opportunity to go under hypnosis. And perhaps you might be able to help them break free of those addiction chains.
So what happens is once you experience being hypnotized, you actually learn how to get yourself into hypnotic states.
Absolutely.
And this is when you can get these CDs out here and listen to those CDs and let them CDs talk to your subconscious for whatever it is. So they enhance. So if you saw me, and I helped you remove the fear, phobia, or whatever, and now you know how to hypnotize yourself, which I do every morning, by the way. Oh, I love it. It relaxes me. It's very meditative. Feels good to my spirit, and I'm putting positive information inside of myself.
And that's important. Can you leave them with just a small little technique that they can walk away with tonight that they might be able to do tomorrow morning?
I don't. Well, let me say this. So one way to do it is that you make sure you make yourself completely relaxed. You can start by counting down from 10 to 1 and tell yourself what you're going to do. Then tell yourself that you're doing it, and then tell yourself that it's done. So you're counting down from 1 to 10.
Oh.
Tell yourself, because you're speaking to your subconscious.
Subconscious.
So you're telling yourself, I'm going to now hypnotize myself,
Okay.
and I'm going to be so relaxed that I'm not going to hear anything other than my own voice, and I'm going to concentrate on everything, and I'm going to use my imagination. I'm going to use my imagination, and by the time I get to 1, I'm going to be so relaxed that the hypnotic suggestions that I'm going to give myself are going to stick.
Oh,
And so you say that to yourself, you count down to 10, constantly relaxing yourself all the way down, 9 into 8, 8 into 7, feeling deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed, loose, limb, and relaxed. all the way down
Mhm.
till you get to one.
Mhm.
And when you get to the one, accept it that you're there.
Mhm.
And then give yourself these positive affirmations. For example, like today, I'm going to focus at work 100%.
Yeah.
Today, I'm going to get these 3 activities done. Today, I'm not going to allow anyone to affect my positive spirit.
Okay.
You know, tell yourself whatever these affirmations are, and you tell yourself them. And it's good if you read before you go to bed, positive affirmation before you go to bed, and read these positive affirmation in the morning when you wake up.
So
That's time.
you sleep with it.
Mm-hmm.
That enters your subconscious.
Yes.
Then when you wake up, you repeat it.
That's right.
And that enters your subconscious.
That's right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I am your girl, Vicki R. Williams Cullens of Open Door Communications. I am the conflict coach that you need, and I am your mediator of choice. I want to thank Leon Sankofa for taking the time out of his busy day to just talk about hypnotherapy, giving you some insight about this new tool that he is utilizing to help people, help our community, and help folks overcome some of their personal and professional challenges. Leon, again, why don't you give me your phone number so they can reach out to you, and also give me your website.
You can call my office at 757-380-0385, extension 1. That's 757-380-0385, extension 1. And we can be reached at Family Youth Foundation's Counseling Services on Facebook, through your website, or you can just hit me up on Facebook, Leon Sankofa, and ask me inbox me any questions that you may have. If you have a concern, I'd be more than happy to help you with it. You want to ask me some questions, personal questions about hypnosis, which I get all the time, please do so.
Can you shoot them your email?
My email is my name. My name is Leon Sankofa. So my email address is lsankofa@yahoo.com.
Okay, so this is Leon Sankofa. He is a therapist. He is a board-certified hypnotherapist. He will be at Roger Brown's on Thursday, Valentine's Day. And so he will be your funny Valentine. And he'll be there around 7. And he'll be on along with Derek at 8 o'clock. If you are interested in hypnosis, this is a great way for you to gain that introduction. And don't forget your positive affirmations before you go to bed. Read them.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace them.
I'm doing a weight loss seminar March 23rd right here in our office.
Weight loss seminar?
Weight loss, yes.
March 23rd?
March 23rd.
Give them your office address.
The office address is 446 Effingham Street, Suite 300.
And that is the Holly Building.
Holly Building.
See, he didn't say that when I was trying to
But
figure out. I rolled around and
I have everything ready for you when you come to the show this Thursday. You have any questions to ask me about hypnosis before the show? I'll be glad to answer those questions before and after the show. We're excited about being able to introduce to you and the community. I call myself the Harriet Tubman of hypnosis.
Not the
I got
Harriet
it for the
Tubman.
people, man.
Oh, Lord, not for the people. You know,
I got it
Leon
for
a
the
little
people.
special. He might get some hypnotherapy, too. But on Facebook, he's Leon Sankofa Sr.
Yes.
You didn't say that.
That's right. I have a son, so.
Yeah, so he's Leon Sankofa Sr. He's on Facebook. I am Vicki R. Williams Cullens, WMS-CULLINS. If you want to speak to me about Leon, about mediation, Open Door Communications, whatever the case may be, you can find me on Facebook. You can shoot me. You can go to my website. That's www.OPN-Door.com. That's Open Door without the E. Take care and have a wonderful day. And we'll be coming up back soon with another coffee and conversation with your girl, Vicki R. Williams Cullens of Open Door Communications. Have a great day. And I'm going to go around here because there's only 2 of us here. So I got to go around and cut y'all off. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye, Leon.
Bye-bye.